Today, what we're going to be talking about today is unblocking the lymphatic flow, the lymph nodes in the body and what goes on in the veins. It's a very important discussion because I've had a lot of requests where people have water that stays down in their legs and in their ankles and places like that. And the lymphatic system drains all the water from the body. It's a garbage system. It takes everything out of the body and puts it into the waste system. So lymphatic system is very important. So I want to explain it to you just a little bit before we get started. This is a little chart about the lymphatic system. As I say in class, a lot of times there's lymph nodes and then there's lymph veins. Now the nodes that we're talking about are in certain parts of the body, and the body evolved to heal itself. So it put these nodes in places when we walk or move. Movement is medicine, and then the lymph system is in all the joints that you move when you walk. And we're all born healers, whether we know it or not. So if we can get this lymph fluid flowing, if we move enough, it starts to heal the body and things start to go on in the body. So there's quite a few in the knee here. It looks like about 6 in each knee. There's 6 lymph nodes in each knee. Now what happens, the green lines here are veins, and they flow up, only up. They're taking the water out of the body and they're flowing up. And when it comes through here, it's going to kill all the pathogens. So these lymph nodes kill the pathogens. That's the invaders of the body, the germs, the diseases, the allergies, the various things that get into our systems. So we want to kill them off, of course, and we want to make sure they're moving. So when we walk or move, those lymph nodes get squeezed and released by the muscles. Otherwise, they don't release the lymph fluid that kills the pathogens. So there's a few in the knee here. There's none down in this area of the leg here. There's a few in the knee. Here's the biggest spot of all of them. That's right where the leg connects to the body. Of course, when we walk, then that moves. So the body evolved to heal itself. And when that blood goes through those lymph nodes, it'll go on a lymph node right through the blood. Here's an artery carrying it in, and then a vein that carries it out. So the artery carries the blood away from the heart, and the vein brings it back. And then as it goes through the lymph node, it kills all the germs and the various things. So there's a few here, a lot in the groove right where the leg connects to the body, because when it moves, it squeezes the muscles, squeeze and release the lymph nodes. And then there's quite a few up the center here. And then you'll see some lymph veins out here. And then in the armpits, there's a lot of nodes again. So all this water in your body, it all goes through your body. The blood carries it everywhere. And then it starts to come back up through the lymph system, purifying and killing all the germs in the body and the bacteria and the pathogens that are causing the problems. So there's quite a few in the armpits. As you can see, there's a lot in the armpits here. Now the veins get blocked, and they get blocked from that fascia membrane. Everything in every cell in your body is covered by a fascia membrane. And that's where the energy runs. The meridians run through the fascia membrane. The energy runs through the fascia membrane. But it's made from collagen and fiber. So it gets gooey and sticky, and then it starts to stick together, and that causes a blockage. And when we have blockages, then the body's water can't drain. The pathogens don't get killed. So the lymphatic system is very important. And like it says, you need about 6.5 pints every day. So we have a sedentary lifestyle. We don't move as much as we should. So we don't get those 6.5 pints. But there's other ways to do it, and that's what we'll be doing today, is opening the lymph nodes to get the lymph fluid to release to kill the pathogens in the body. And then you see those veins are coming up. They all flow up. They don't flow down. They flow up. So we always bring them up. And they go into a little deposit right here. Now, all the water and all of the garbage in your body goes into there. And then what happens, it comes up here, and now it's going back into the heart. Now the heart's going to take all that water and all that, put it into the blood, and then it's going to send it to the kidneys, and then the kidney's going to create urine, and it's going to go out the body, and that's how we get rid of it. If it gets blocked, it doesn't work quite as well as it should, and we don't get all the pathogens out of the body. We get water, we get swollen legs or feet or different parts of the body, the water, it retains the water. So we need to get that water out, and that's why we need to keep the lymphatic system open and flowing. Once it gets into here, it's going to go right back into the blood system and go out. Now, as you can see, these big blue lines up here, these veins have to be open. They get blocked, and then you see them going. The brain, what it says right here, we need 6.5 pints of this lymph fluid every day going through our body. The brain alone will take over a pint, so it has to go to the brain. As you can see on these lines all around, these green lines around the head here, those are veins, lymph veins. And it has to get up in here, and then it's going to come down through here and come back in and then go back into the kidneys and go out as waste. So they get blocked, and these blue lines are the biggest veins of all, the biggest lymph veins of all. And then the green lines are the ones coming up to the brain. So all of this has to stay open to keep it flowing, and that's what we're working on today, is how do we keep that flowing, that lymph fluid flowing to keep the body healthy. We're trying to create a blue zone. Well, longevity with a high quality life, good health, and health span. Well, this is one of the important parts of creating a good health span, a long health span. And that's more important than lifespan. As long as we're healthy to the day we die, we should be happy. So that's the key right there. So that's a little bit about the lymph system. Now, how do we open it up? Well, again, we don't always go out and walk the way we should and move around like we used to. We have cars. So the body evolved before cars. So these lymph nodes were put in those joints, so when we walked, it squeezed and released them and cleared the lymph fluid and kept the body healthy. Since we don't do that, we have what we call 8 nest. Now there's 8 nest on the body, real easy to remember. So if you're coming down with a cold, flu, pneumonia, coronavirus, something along those lines, you can tap on those, and that's the same as moving or walking them. Just by tapping them, it's going to release quite a bit of lymph fluid in those nodes and kill all the germs and pathogens, and then put it back into the blood and start to circulate through the body. So those 8 nests, first we're going to tap those 8 nests and get them open, and then we'll work on the veins to keep the veins open, because that fascia membrane that covers every cell in your body, it gets a little gooey and sticky from our sedentary lifestyle, and that's a blockage. So we don't want those blockages in the body. So we start out by tapping 9 times very forcefully on the joints that we move when we walk. So when we walk, we move the elbows. In the elbows, as you can see in the diagram that I just had, there's a lot of lymph nodes. So we make a cupped hand here, and we hit it rather forcefully 9 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now that cleansed it out. Now the other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And in that diaphragm, one of the places where we have the most lymph nodes in the body is in the armpit. So when we swing those arms when we're walking, that squeezes and releases those lymph nodes, and the pathogens are killed. So 9 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 4 of the 8 nests. So they're really easy to remember. And if you come down with a cold, tap them. Now, right where the leg connects to the body, called the inguinal groove. In Chinese medicine, we call it the kwa, K-W-A. And it's the groove right where the leg connects to the body. So the karate chop, the finger, has to go right into that groove. And then we tap, and this is where the most lymph nodes in the whole body's at, as you can see from the diagram. So 9 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that squeezes and releases that lymph fluid. Now, in the knees, we have about 6 or 8, I think is what it looked like on the chart. So behind the knees, we want to cup the hands, and 9 times there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then brush it off. So we've opened the lymph nodes. We've got the lymph fluid flowing up the legs, and it's coming right into the center right here. And that all of the lymph fluid will come from the legs, come up, and go right into the center right here, and then it goes back into the blood system, and again, it takes it down to the kidneys, and the kidneys turn it into urine and gets all the waste out of your body. If it gets blocked, then we have a problem with it accumulating in the body, and that's when we get water in the body and things like that. So we've opened the nodes now, the veins. The veins are very important to open. And as we were saying, most of the veins are right along here. The biggest veins are right around the collarbone. So if we massage around that collarbone, and basically if you're going to be massaging very much because you want the resistance, so just have some moisturizing cream or a massage cream around and just put a little on the fingers. Get a little on the fingers here. And once you get it on the fingers, then we take 2 fingers on each side. And now it's right on the collarbone. So we're going to go back and forth 10 times. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's opening those big veins that are running right along that collarbone. And then 2 fingers on each side. Put a little moisturizer on the fingers here. And then put 2 fingers on each side. 2 fingers on each side. And just go back and forth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now we've opened up some of that area and got it flowing a little bit. Now, as in the diaphragm, remember all those veins went right up to our brain, and we need to keep them open up there. Now, there's a couple of places where they'll get blocked rather easily, and those are called pressure points. Sometimes we put needles in them. That's called acupuncture. We're going to use acupressure to open them up. So take 2 fingers, and we'll find a couple of those points and try to get them open up. Put them right under the ears, between the 2 bones, right under your earlobe, and push in and hold rather a little forcefully with the end of the finger, and just hold it there and see if there's any soreness. If there's any soreness in there, that's a blockage. That's chronic inflammation is what the doctors call it, and that's what ages us, is chronic inflammation. It's all through our body, and it's usually caused right from that fascia membrane, and it accumulates right around the base of the bones. And then just go in a circle, massage it both directions a few times, and let it release. You want to get that lymph fluid flowing to that brain. Remember, the brain needs a pint all by itself every day. Out of only 6 pints that the body produces, the brain takes that much. And then brush it off. Now, the other spot that really works the lymph nodes a lot, right where this point on your jaw, sort of that square point right here, go underneath it with the thumb. So put your finger right there, put your thumb underneath that, and push up underneath. If there's soreness in there, right under that bone where that point's at, if there's soreness in there, that's a blockage. And you didn't know that soreness was in there. Again, that's what's aging you. So we want to let it release and get it ready so we can massage the veins going up to the brain. So we hold it for about 20 or 30 seconds. You should feel a release. If not, you can hold it up to a minute or so. It really makes whatever time you've got. So once the soreness sort of releases, and then you massage it a bit. Just go both directions, and then brush it off. And there goes Otis. Hi, Otis. Now, we've got those opened up, and we got them flowing a little bit better. Now, we've worked out here. We want to work up in the head. So we make a fist like this. Remember, in that picture, all of those veins were going up to the brain. So we have to massage the whole head. We come right here, and we come out, and just move back and forth. I got Tai Chi Otis with me today, the dog. He's okay. He's a good guy. And just bring it out and open those veins. Giving yourself a nice facial and get rid of some of the wrinkles. 2 or 3 times on each stroke, and then come on down. And we're looking for any sore spots in those areas too. That would be a blockage. When that knuckle, it's a sore spot, you might want to just spend a little time massaging right there. And just keep on coming down, massaging the whole face and opening those lymph nodes. And right down to that point where we were just pressing under there, we really want to work in that area right there, and then brush it off. So that opens up the ones going up in the face. Now, again, there's quite a few right along the edges here. So this time we take the little finger. That time we took the knuckle and the index finger. We're going to take the little finger here, and we're going to bring it right up to the hairline or above. And we're going to push in forcefully and come down to that point right on our jaw that we were just massaging. So that little spot, just bring it down and do that about 10 times. And just open up. Hi, Tai Chi Otis. How you doing, baby? And if there's any soreness in there, we're looking for that soreness. Nice and gentle. Just moving, breathing, stretching. about 9 or 10 times coming down. If you have soreness, you might want to do it a few more times. And then bring it to a gentle stop. Now, from that point right here out to the shoulder, and out on the shoulder here, there's a little indentation. So all of these muscles through here, there's a lot of veins coming up through here, and they get blockage right in there. So again, we take a little bit of the oil and put on the fingers a little bit here. And then we bring the fingers here, and we come all the way out, and then we come back up. 2, 3, see if there's any soreness in the neck. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we do it on the other side. So put a little on the other fingers, get it all going there. And then from that point, that's a pressure point right here on the jaw. And then come out to that hollow in the shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 times we've got that. Brush it off a little bit. So that opens up the lymph system. We've got the veins open up, especially the ones up here. Remember, it all comes up and goes into here. So, and then it comes down and goes into here. So we've got it moving and draining out of the body, and it'll really take a lot of the pathogens out of the body. You'll have a high quality life, longevity with a high quality life, health and wellness. That's the key to life. Anyway, thanks for watching today, and I'll talk to you next time.